Long ago in China, there was an emperor who had only one daughter. She was beautiful and intelligent, and admired for her wonderful singing. As emperor was getting old, he decided to get his daughter married. The princess did not want to marry, but the emperor was adamant. The emperor announced that the man who wished to marry his daughter must first find a blue rose. A wealthy merchant who did not want to waste time looking for the blue rose went to a flower seller and offered him a bag of gold if he could find a blue rose for him. The flower seller dipped a white rose in the blue dye and gave it to the merchant. "Keep the rose in the vase with the dye when you give it to the princess," he told the merchant. The merchant did the same. The princess took the rose from his hand and exposed the rose as a fake. The suitors. The next man who wished to marry the princess was a brave warrior. He brought with him a beautiful blue sapphire carved in the shape of the rose. The emperor and the princess rejected him, saying that she wanted a real rose. Then, before the emperor appeared the Lord Chief Justice, with a bowl painted for him by an expert artist. On the side of the bowl, the artist had painted a blue rose. It was fragile and delicate and looked real. The emperor and the princess shook their heads. They wanted a real rose. One evening, as the princess walked into the garden, she heard a wandering minstrel singing on the other side of the palace wall. It was a summer evening and the sun was about to set. She sat and listened to the minstrel's beautiful voice. The minstrel's promise. When the minstrel sang a love song, the princess's body shivered and her face blushed with pleasure, even though she could not see him as he was on the other side of the wall. But she imagined he was singing to her. She was overcome with such zeal that she too began to sing the love song. The minstrel listened to her sweet voice, and he too was overcome with the desire to see her. In his next song, he proposed to the princess. Thereupon, the princess sang a song that told him about the blue rose. As she sang, tears started falling from her eyes because she knew that a simple wandering minstrel would not know how to find such a rare thing as a blue rose. But in reply, the minstrel sang a song in which he promised to present a blue rose to the emperor the very next day. The minstrel and the blue rose. The next day, the minstrel appeared in the court. The princess recognized him instantly, though she had never seen him before. He was tall and his eyes, when they met hers, were kind. He held in his hand a beautiful rose, not a blue rose but a handsome white rose. He held the rose out to the princess. Through the blue stained glass windows, the rays of the setting sun touched the petals of the white rose. "The blue rose," he said simply. The princess was happy. The emperor was angry. The princess said, "I see a young man who has always been honest and true. In his hand he holds a gift of love, and it is blue." The old emperor took his daughter's hand, and he took the hand of the minstrel as well and joined them. The princess married the minstrel, and they lived happily ever after.
Thanks for watching. Do like, share, subscribe to Sahil Book House.